Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it may be for you. I thank you for joining me for some beginner yoga and hope that this time together helps you to find a little bit of peace and calm in this ever-changing world. I'm Natalie Pendergrass, and I am an educator at Elgin Community College in the massage therapy program and also a yoga teacher of nearly 20 years. So I thank you for joining me today, and we'll get started with some beginner yoga. Before we actually get right into that, make sure you're comfortable. If sitting here on the floor, hi Buffy, if sitting here on the floor makes you uncomfortable, if you feel your back is rounded, your hips are tight, elevate yourself a little bit. Sit on a chair if necessary, a low stool, even a yoga block, or rolling up the back edge of your mat to make yourself comfortable is completely acceptable and encouraged. So make sure you're not feeling any pain during your practice, but rather you should feel comfortably challenged at all times, knowing that wherever you're at is where you need to be, and just accept where you're at. There's no judgment, no harm, and there should be no stress in the yoga practice, just simply acceptance, peace, and presence. So join me now as you come to your seated position. I'll talk about being on the floor or just refer to whatever surface you might be on. But sitting on the floor, we'll have our legs folded. One leg in front of the other, doesn't matter which is in front, and Sukhasana or easy pose. So as you sit on the floor, again, if you notice any discomfort, elevate the hips, or you may even want to just reach behind, lift one hip and draw this flesh away from the sit bone, followed by the other. And then you'll find your two sit bones able to be pressed into the floor or ground a little bit more evenly, and press those sit bones down. As you press them down, straight down toward the floor, or the tailbone down toward the floor, not forward or back, just down. You'll notice how your lower abdominals already begin to engage. Just feel that in your body. Take a deep breath in and feel how this area can remain a little bit taut, a little bit of tone to those muscles as those sit bones are drawn down. The breath in deep, exhaling the breath back out through the nose. With each inhalation, allow the space above the belly button to expand as you inhale. As you exhale, this area will move back in while the lower area, the belly button down through the pelvis, remains a little bit more engaged, almost like you're wearing a corset that's held tight from your belly button down, the waist down, and above there is able to expand with your deep breaths. When you're ready, bring your hands onto your thighs or your knees. Allow your eyes to close as you go inside, and just observe what else you notice in your body. A lot of times we'll notice a little tension at the back of the neck or between the shoulder blades. Just make those observations. There's no reason to get upset with yourself, maybe even working on your posture, or this is the first time you're noticing it. Just observe, become aware. Notice what you feel in your body. As you continue breathing, with your next exhalation, make sure you're still pressing those sit bones down. As you again inhale, lift your rib cage up. Think about your rib cage lifting high off of your pelvis, and then lengthen the neck, lifting the head up away from the shoulders. If you're ready for it, lift the shoulders toward the ears slightly, draw those back and down the back of the body. Now feeling that the shoulders are behind the chest forward, shoulders back. And as you exhale, the navel moves toward the spine, the sit bones down. As you inhale, we create more length, growing a little bit longer, lifting the rib cage, lengthening the neck, lifting the top of the head toward the sky. Underside of the chin should remain parallel with the floor and ceiling. Don't allow it to lift or lower, but underside of the chin parallel with the floor. And as you exhale, rather slide the head back like it's on railroad tracks. On those rails, just slide it back. Notice that tension or opening, whatever discomfort you feel at the base of the skull, where the top of the spine, C1, and the base of the skull meet. Just observe there. Pause with that backward movement and just soften in that place. Stop moving the head back. Just grow a little softer there, a little less effort. And notice how the head will move forward just barely, a fraction of an inch or so, before it feels natural and balanced over the spine. Let's pause here and breathe. No more movement, but also no sagging. Avoid releasing that length that you found. As you inhale, again, we're growing longer, expanding in all directions. As you exhale, soften those shoulders, press the sit bones down, move the navel to the spine. Breathing in deeply, allow your inhalations to last to about a count of 4. As you exhale, release the breath to a count of 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Slow and deep, smooth and even. Each inhalation lengthening, each exhalation strengthening. And as you focus on your breath, allow your mind to remain focused here. Notice the presence of mind. Anytime you come to a yoga mat, allow your mind to become present on your body and breath before you ever move. Remaining present and focused on your body and breath will allow you to prevent any injury while on your mat, or even throughout your days. It's when we allow our minds to wander and we're overwhelmed, stressed, and anxious that we end up stubbing a toe or hitting a wall or furniture with our elbow. Remain present and focused throughout your practice and day. Allow your breaths to be your guide, breathing in length and strength, exhaling tension, finding peace. Let's take one more deep breath in, growing a little longer. Exhaling, navel to spine, sit bones down a little stronger as we bring now the chin down to the chest. Bow the chin down toward the chest, keep the shoulder blades drawn down the back. With your next inhalation, reach through the nose, coming up toward the sky. Lifting, lengthen upwards, nice and long. Exhaling, return the chin to the chest. One more time with your next inhalation, reaching through the nose. Keep space between the vertebrae. Stretch upwards through the nose. Extend your chin upwards now beyond the upper jaw, stretching the front of the throat. Exhaling, return the chin to center and the underside of the chin parallel with the floor and ceiling. Again, lengthen through the crown of the head. If you're not sure where that is, it's right at the top. Heel of the hand to the center of the forehead, middle finger extending back, you'll find it. Lengthen through that place. With your next exhalation, turn your chin toward the right shoulder. Don't let the shoulders or sit bones move, just chin toward right shoulder. Inhaling, return to center. Exhaling, chin toward left shoulder. So imagine you're sitting with your sit bones toward toward the floor, your low back toward the wall behind you, shoulder blades press the wall behind you. Inhale, back to center. Shoulder blades and glutes stay. Exhaling, chin toward the right shoulder. See if you can turn it just a little further. Inhale, we'll return to center. Exhale toward the left shoulder. And pause here. We'll inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale down toward the floor. Just a gentle nod. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way back to center. Exhale to the right to repeat with the nods. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale back to center. From here, let's go ahead and come on to hands and knees for some cat stretches. So coming on to hands and knees, we want to make sure that our thighs are vertical as we look back, the knees directly beneath the hips, toes extend straight back and disappear behind the thighs. Press all 10 toes to the floor, fingers spread wide, and the forearms are nice and straight. Middle or index fingers form parallel lines. The fingers spread wide, press the finger pads into the floor and draw them back like you're really trying to hold the floor with all of your fingers. Press the shins down, and as you inhale, draw the top of your head forward and the sit bones toward the wall behind you. Create space between the vertebrae. As you exhale, press the floor away. Draw the navel to the spine, pushing out all the breath, navel to spine, rounding the back. Inhaling, look forward, bring the sternum forward, the breastbone, lifting high with the eyes, lift the sit bones, and exhaling, press it all out, round excuse me, rounding the back. That's not that uncommon to have happen. As you work through the throat chakra, inhale up, a little bit of allergies happening out here. Exhale it down, excuse me. We'll inhale up as we literally open that throat, lift the sit bones, exhaling navel to spine, round the back. 3 more times. Exhale and round, push the floor away, the hands and knees away. Inhaling, draw the hands and knees toward one another, lift the sit bones. Exhaling, round, and let's return to a neutral spine. From here again, crown of the head pulls forward, push the floor away, lift the back of the neck. This should feel very active, just being here on hands and knees. We certainly could do and be kind of sloppy and lazy, sagging between the shoulder blades. That's exactly the opposite of what we want to do. Push that floor away, almost as if that floor is a stinky pile between your hands, but you're not allowed to leave. Push your chest away, lift that the back of the neck away. You're not allowed to bring that nose forward. Nose gaze stays toward the floor. Protect the neck. Turn your toes under now, all 10 toes coming toward the floor. Feel the floor even with those little toes. The thighs should be vertical. Look back at your knees. Just check that out. Make sure that's still true. The knees hip distance apart. Bring the head back forward. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhaling, draw your navel to the spine and lift the knees away from the floor. Push your torso back toward the thighs. So we really want to get that upper body active here. The upper body pushing back, chest toward thighs, all 10 fingers pressing into the floor. Lift up high on the toes. Press your torso toward the thighs, and now release the heels to the floor. Pressing your chest back in a nice deep downward facing dog. Hips are lifting high again. This is very active. We are not just relaxed and sagging here. Our hands are pushing our chest back. Sit bones are lifting. Shoulder blades are drawn down. From here, let's go ahead and lift up high on the toes. And we're going to bring the shoulders forward. When you're ready, go ahead and lower the knees. We are doing beginner here. From here, let's lower the chest and move forward. Extend the legs back. You should find that your hands are about at chest level here. Tuck the elbows in. Forehead on the floor, draw navel to spine. Inhaling, draw the nose forward, look forward, lift the sternum. We're lifting the navel away from the floor. As we lift here, pressing the pubic bone toward the floor to protect the low back. Inhaling, lengthen, open the back of the neck. Exhaling, return down slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time to the floor. Toes are going to turn under, and you could use your knees pressing into the floor and up, or do that without the knees pressing into plank, then up to downward facing dog. Feet should again be hip distance apart. Press back, shift your weight to the left foot. We'll inhale, and for a moment, lift your right leg up behind you to the sky. Let's exhale, bring the right knee to the chest, and step that foot forward. Now, initially, it might be difficult to get the foot all the way forward. You can use your right hand to help it walk up there, or you could always bring your left knee to the floor. From here, you're going to want to step that left foot forward and drop that left heel slightly into the right at a slight angle. The toes are still out, hip distance apart. Left hip pulls forward, right hip back as we sweep the arms forward and come up for Warrior One. In Warrior One, we've got our shoulders squared toward the front short edge of the mat. You can always use your mat as a guide. Notice that front short edge, both shoulders, both hips should be that direction. Now feel your back foot. Press the outer edge of your back foot to the floor. Don't sink into the arch. If you're able to push that heel back further and keep that outer edge and heel on the floor, you're welcome to. Or turn it out further as necessary, but lift from the knee, you engaging your quads, press the left hip forward, right hip back. Hands could be on the right thigh or lift to the sky if that's comfortable. Let's take one more deep breath in, lengthen through the waist, and out, navel to spine. Now inhaling, we're going to open the arms, reach the right arm forward, left arm back, the left foot steps in line with the right. Bring a straight line from your right heel back to the left arch. Straight line from front to back as we move into Warrior Two. Reach through those arms. Lengthen, lift the chest, look forward over that right hand. Feel the strength and peace of the pose. One more deep breath in. Let's lengthen. And now with an exhalation, let's take the right hand to the floor outside the right foot. Circle the left hand forward, lift the left heel. Now let's step the right foot back and reposition in our downward facing dog. Press your chest back towards your thighs, feet separated hip distance, sit bones lifting, pressing the chest back. Weight balanced over both feet, heels sinking toward the floor. Now shift your weight to the right foot. Inhaling, lift the left foot up to the sky. Exhaling, navel to spine, round the back, bring that foot as high and as far forward as you can. Shorten up the stance, turning that right heel in toward the left edge of the mat. Pressing down through the outer edge, engage that right quad, lift the kneecaps. Lengthen through the crown when you're ready, pressing down through the left foot, lift the torso up. You're welcome to also, if you need to, from the floor, you could bring your hands onto the thigh and to the heart, to the sky to make that process just a little easier. So again here, lift and engage that right quad especially. Think about drawing that knee up and outward so that the kneecap is facing the same direction as the toes on the right foot. Outer edge of the right foot pressed to the outer edge, down to the mat. Hips are squaring forward, shoulders squared forward. Lengthen, one more deep breath in and out. And inhaling, open the arms. Now it's like you're standing with your back to a wall here. Both arms and little fingers would press to the wall. Outer edge of the right foot is pressing to the floor. Right hamstrings pressing to the wall. Left IT band pressing the wall. Make sure that that left knee, in this case, whichever leg is straight forward, is pointing the same direction as the second toe. Lift the sternum. Lengthen a nice soft inward smile of happiness. One more deep breath in and out. Left hand down. Circle the right hand forward. Lift the right heel. Let's step the left foot back and go ahead and lower the knees to the floor or go to plank. You're welcome to chaturanga if you know what that is, or just lower the chest, slide forward. Forehead on the floor, extend the toes back. Pull the sit bones toward the heels. And as you inhale, again, bring the forehead forward, the nose, the sternum, lifting, looking out across the floor, up the wall ahead of you, back of the neck open, elbows tucked in. One more deep breath in and out. Slowly coming back down, navel to spine, one vertebrae at a time, touch. Let's turn the toes under, draw sit bones to heels, engage the core. Again, you can push to hands and knees, and then up to downward facing dog, or press up to plank, followed by downward facing dog. Press your chest back towards your thighs, lift the hips high. One more deep breath in, make your hips taller, the heels down, and exhaling. Now walk towards your hands. Walk as close to your hands as you can, and then bring your hands onto your shins, fronts of the ankles, wherever you can comfortably go. Pause here, and as you next inhale, press your hands into the shins, bringing your sternum forward, the crown of the head forward, shoulder blades back. Lift your sit bones, lengthen like you're forming an inverted L. Exhaling, relax. Let's do that 2 more times. Lengthen those hamstrings a little further. Inhaling, press into the shins, head forward, sit bones lift. Exhaling, relax. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Now we'll exhale and relax. Inhaling, open the arms, pull the sit bones down to lift the torso up. Lengthen, reach to the sky. Exhaling, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Exhaling, release your hands to the heart in prayer position. One more deep breath in and out. Let's take a seated position for a moment and go through an easy twist. Hello, Buffy. You're going to need to give me a minute. This is my beautiful little Buffy Shar-Pei rescue coming to visit. All right, so coming to the floor, we're going to start with our legs extended out. From here, actually, I'm going to adjust my mat so I can stay on the mat instead of on the concrete. So we are going to sit with our legs out in front of us. Take your right foot, step it over the left leg, and pull that in close. If it doesn't go over the leg, that's okay. Just bring it to the inside of the left thigh. Or if, again, you can place it to the outside, place it to the outside. With your left elbow, bring that to the front of the right knee. As close as you can, pull that right leg as close to the left shoulder as you can. No twisting yet. Just stay straight forward and pull that right knee toward the left shoulder. Press your right sit bone to the floor. As you do so, you should start to feel a stretch in that right hip. Just enjoy that for a moment. Notice how much stretch you can get just simply by pressing the right sit bone down and pulling the knee in, stretching your right glutes. From here, inhale, lengthen, make the spine longer. Exhaling, bring your right hand to the floor behind you, look back towards your right shoulder, and then turn the sternum toward whatever is behind you. Inhaling, create a little more space, grow longer, lifting through the crown, lift the rib cage. Exhaling, twist a little further. Use your hands for leverage. And now inhaling, come back forward, eyes, shoulders, and chest. Uncross the legs, we'll switch sides. Left foot either alongside the right inner thigh or steps over to the outside of that right leg. Inside of the right elbow to the front of the left knee. Pull that left knee toward the right shoulder. Hug it in tightly. Press the left sit bone down. Lengthen through the crown. Inhaling, get a little longer. Exhaling, pull it in a little further, stretching that hip. And one more deep breath in, lengthen. Exhaling, left hand behind you, chin toward left shoulder. Turn the sternum behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more deep breath in and out. And inhaling, come back, eyes, shoulders, and chest. Shake out the legs. And now go ahead and sit with your eyes closed for a moment, or if you'd like, you could lay on the floor. But either way, find a place of comfort, quiet, and calm. Again, that could be lying on the floor in Savasana with the legs out long, palms facing up, or just sit. Just close your eyes for a moment and observe your body, your breath. If you happen to be fortunate enough to be outside on a beautiful day like I am, notice the breeze on your skin. Maybe you have a window or open or a fan on. You feel the air against the skin. Feel your body in contact with your mat or the floor. Notice there's areas of pressure and weight. Other areas of no contact, and that air also circulates through. Take a deep breath in and out. And another deep breath in from your nose, filling all the way down deep into the lungs, lowest part of the rib cage expanding. Let it be full and let it all out. One more time, deep breath in and out. If you're on the floor, you're welcome to stay there or move slowly up to a seated position. If you're already seated, just make sure that you're comfortable. Let's bring the hands together, rub the palms together quickly. Allow your eyes to remain closed. Rub the palms together quickly, create some heat and energy in the hands. Cup the hands over the eyes. Block out all of the light. Allow that vibrant healing energy from the palms to fill your body. Allow that light to move into any places you might especially need it. Maybe you're having a sore throat, some lung tension, or just feeling weak, tired. Whatever it might be, some sore joints, some mental stress. Allow that energy to move into that place. Allow it to fill every space and pore of your body. Allow that light to fill you, to allow you to be healed, healthy, and whole. Slowly open your eyes into the palms and release the hands. Bring your hands to the heart in prayer position and join me in Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Stay well.